What's going on, guys? How are we doing today? This is Basharketu here with you. In this video, I will be talking about how to build a budget and how to build a business plan and P&Ls for your Amazon online business. So what's happening, guys? How are we doing? This is Basharketu here with you, Amazon seller and mentor. Sorry that today's video took a little bit long. As you can see, I'm actually driving and recording. We had a little bit of a mishap earlier today. We had a flat tire and been a crazy day. We're actually running around, me and my fiance, looking for some products for retail arbitrage, something that she does on the side. But anyways, I am in the car filming this, so hopefully the connection is good and you guys get it. But I wanted to put a video out there. As for the next 27 days, I guess there's left, I will be giving you a free Amazon FBA course as I promised. So make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, as for 30 days I am giving an Amazon FBA course for free, 100% free of charge. But you have to watch the videos as they get uploaded, as 2 days after the 30 days are done, I am actually taking all those videos down. So you really need to watch these videos, tune in and subscribe, and get on my channel every day. So in today's video, we will be talking about how to build a profit and loss statement and how to build a budget for your business. Let's go ahead and actually start with a budget to start off with, and we'll go about P&L and then how I do it. So as I told you guys, I don't only teach how to successfully sell on Amazon, but I also teach you how to run a business all in general. Whether it is Amazon FBA, whether if it's not an online business, whatever the case may be, you could use these tips and these tools for the business. So, building a budget is honestly very easy. It takes me about maybe 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes tops. For you, if you're a beginner, it may take you a little bit longer, but budgets are very important. I don't do anything unless I build a budget, and here's why. The reason for building a budget is so that you know what you are going into, you know what you're investing in, you know how much money you need. It's all about planning, planning, number one, and everything. So you must build a budget for anything. I have tens of budgets. I have a budget for my daily spendings. I have a budget. I'm getting married in 2 months. I have a budget for that. I have a budget for literally every single thing. So anyways, building a budget. You can literally just, take these numbers, put in your own numbers, for these items right here are going to be the same for for most cases. You might have some things I don't have, or I might have things you don't have, so you don't have to put all of them. So just make sure that you're just crunching in your own numbers. So it goes this way: item, source, where you're getting it from, quantity, amount per unit, and then total amount. So Excel is very cool. Literally, if you go to an empty space and press equals, you can create your own equation. So I could do this times this. Bam, it gives me that number, right? And every time I change either of those values, this number automatically changes. So this is what I've done for, to try to figure out this number. I've done this times that. So if you double click here, it'll tell you that, I've done this times that, right? So this is pretty much what I've done. So it's very simple. You just press equals in an empty space, and then it'll tell you to build a, which one are we going to? Babe? That way? Okay, awesome. So, so here's what I've done. So if you go under items, Amazon product. So whatever product it is that you have found, let's say you still, and I suggest that you do this in the beginning before you even start. So let's say you sit and say, okay, look, I have $1,000 to do this, or I have $500, or I have $2,000, or whatever, and this is how I'm going to spend it. And then you say, okay, so the Amazon product, it's whatever your product is, you could put an estimated number here, right? And then after that, after you actually have done it, you could fill in, you could do a projected budget and then an actual budget. That's always a good thing to do. So you put in the source. So, typically I get it from Alibaba. So you put in, or DHgate or whatever, wherever your supplier is or what company name, you can put it right here. You put the quantity, 200. Always the first time you put in or you make up an order, especially if it's your first product or your first couple products, do not order more than 200 units. And the reason for that, it's, my first product, I ordered 500 units because I thought I knew everything. And before I knew it, as the product was getting shipped to the US, I actually realized that it's a seasonal item, and I had totally forgot to check for seasonality. Unless you've been doing this for, you've done this many times and you already know and you're confident you know what you're doing, then you can, go ahead and actually, order more than that. Or if, let's say, it's your second time, it's a reorder for the same product, then you can, and you know that you're doing good, then you can order as many. But depending on your budget, I would say do not order more than 200. If you can, order only 100. It is true that the more you order, the cheaper the price gets. But, for your order, if it's 50 cents more, that's fine. Sacrifice that 50 cents to ordering a smaller quantity just to save your butt in the long run, in case if this order doesn't work out the way you want it to work out. But anyways, let's say everything's good and you want to order 200, so 250 each, so that's 500 PayPal. That's how I'm paying, payment, method payment. Shipping, also typically the same. That's nice. Typically the same supplier, that actually creates or manufactures your product will ship the product over. Some of them will ask you to have your own freight forwarders, but 99% of the suppliers I've dealt with always ship my product over to the warehouses, to the Amazon warehouses. Same thing, 200, because you're ordering 200 units, so you're shipping 200 units, 80 cents. Once again, this times that gives you this price, paying for it with PayPal. UPC code, this is very important. When you are private labeling, you must have a UPC code. Make sure you don't skip this. If you send your product to Amazon without a UPC code, they will send it back and you will be losing a lot of money. So you need to make sure that you have a UPC code. You go to Barcode Mania and get that. There are 1 for $5 or 3 for $10. Okay, I always get the 3, sometimes even the 5. I think for $15 or $20, I'll just get them, keep them aside. Whenever I need the UPC code, I'll use it. Barcode Mania, let's say 1 is $4.99, so let's say you're only buying 1. Label, I typically have my my logo designer, as they are creating my design for my package design, put this label or this UPC code or this number onto my actual packaging. That way, my supplier doesn't charge me, because if you and let me explain actually what a label is. So when you get that UPC code, you put it into Amazon's database. Amazon then will spit out a number, and that is what a label is, or what the actual, well, it's called ASIN, right? So ASIN is going to be your best friend. An ASIN of a product is what identifies that product. Every product in Amazon has an ASIN. It's not the UPC code that you buy, it's a different number. After you put in that UPC code into Amazon's system, Amazon will give you then an ASIN. And that what you take, and that's what a label is. You take that, you either can give it to your suppliers, and then they imprint it on your product, on each individual item. Or what I do is I will just have my package designer put it on the package at the bottom. That way I don't get charged by my supplier. That way just a one-time thing. It's $15. It's done deal. Logo, the same thing. You can have your supplier put it on there. It costs you 10 cents or 20 cents. I go around that and I just have my supplier or my designer, as they are designing my package, to put my logo as part of the package, and then I just send the whole design to my supplier. They print it and they put it on to the onto the product. Now, typically, your product will have the whole price, a bulk price. So typically, I get 2 prices from my suppliers. One is for the product, and one is for shipping. The product price has everything, the package, printed, all the all the aspects that make that product and everything. But I have broken them down here for you so you know what's what. This package design also is a one-time thing per product, so it's not a reoccurring thing. You just make it once, I use Fiverr.com, and I have that right here. It costs me about $15. You could have it cheaper. You could do it more expensive if you're doing something more complicated. Package design is important. It's what differentiates your product. So you need to spend some time in there. FBA fees, they are just fees that Amazon charges you to fulfill your product, depending on the sell price, depending on the shipping. I put approximately $2 here for FBA. Referral fee, which is what Amazon charges you to actually host your listing, or have you list your product on their site, right? And that is, I put $3. That's 15% of your selling price, and I believe I did that at $20 sell price. Storage fee, 40 cents. You don't get hit that until at the end of the 6 months. Labeling fee, you don't have to worry about that. If you don't get a UPC code, then Amazon will actually charge you per item to label your products. Or I mean, if you don't put the ASIN on every single product, you can have Amazon do it for you, but Amazon charges 20 cents. You can get it for much cheaper if you let your designer do it, or if you let your supplier do it. PPC advertising, I spend typically, I don't know, let's say $20 for the first week a day. I put here $40 is not accurate, but I have it there with Facebook. I typically don't do Facebook until a couple days or so, or a couple weeks even. Sometimes I don't even do Facebook. I don't always do Facebook. And then there's money transfer. It's 5%. Sometimes if PayPal is down, I will transfer via my bank account, or via wire transfer. My bank charges $45 per transfer. Okay, so stay away from wire transfers. Do it via PayPal. It's much cheaper. So let's go ahead and jump on P&L. All right. So P&L. Here's what P&Ls are. I'm going to make this quick. I can only record 15 minutes. I got 3 more minutes. So a P&L is a profit and loss, right? These are the items that go into my P&L. This is how I do it. So P&Ls are typically done monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. I do them monthly, I do them quarterly, and then I do them once a year, which is annually. You need to do that to see what your profits and loss, and this is a profit and loss statement. You must do this. You need to know if you're profiting, if you're not profiting. Once again, this is not only in your Amazon business, not only for your FBA business. Any business you can use these. These are very important. Any business you go into, you need to do these. Now the P&L, unlike budget is done in the beginning. P&L is done at the end. Typically, what I do by the 5th of the month, I will do my P&L. I'll prepare my P&L for the month, the previous month. So like today is the 7th. So I just finished preparing my P&L yesterday for December, right? And it's not done yet. I still gotta, refine a few things, but I'm working on it. So here's how it goes. Net sales. This is your net sales, and I'm just, once again, these are just numbers. So I did it on 400 units. I think the selling price here is $20. So net sales, we did this much in sales. Cost of goods sold. So how much it costs you to buy the product, not including shipping, not including anything. Then gross margin is pretty much your sales minus the cost of the product, and that's this price right here. Operating expenses, shipping costs, label, advertising, UPC, package design, FBA fees, Amazon storage fee, referral fee, logo design, Amazon account, Jungle Scout, optional, Chrome extension, rent, internet, money. Okay, some things here you might not have, some things you do have. The reason why I put rent, in case if you actually are renting a facility, Jungle Scout and other things, some of those are only going to be like in the first month, and then after that you don't need them. Like the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, you only pay once. Logo design is just a one-time thing, and then in the upcoming months you don't actually need it. So go ahead and copy this. Sorry, I'm cutting this short. My 15 minutes are almost up. Copy this, put in your own. Make sure you do it at least once a month. Once again, subscribe to my channel for the next 30 days. I'm uploading a free Amazon FBA course every single day, step by step, from A to Z, how to become successful, how to locate multiple products that will make you a profit of $3,000 a month. Subscribe now. I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Take care, guys. Thank you.